But when John was in high school, he was so good looking, I always had to keep all my girlfriends away from him because all my girlfriends fell in love with John. And of course, except for Susie, who ended up marrying him and having wonderful Rhonda. And of course, how Rhonda got named is Susie and I would lay on the beach after we graduated from high school in 1968, and Susie was very pregnant and very tan and burnt. And we would sing, "Help me, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda," from the Beach Boys. And that's how Rhonda was named. And she, of course, was born August 31st, so you can figure that one out. When John was in the Marines, I lived in San Diego with my boyfriend, Harry Newsma, who was from Grand Haven, who was much older than me, but we partied a lot in San Diego. And John, when he got out of boot camp, he would come visit me and Harry all the time. And when he was over in the Philippines and Okinawa and Japan, and when he was in the front lines, when he was in the Marines, he would write me letters. And all the letters told of the deaths that he saw and all of the problems, you know, that he was able to put on paper. John was never really able to express his feelings very well, but when he was in Vietnam, he was able to put it on paper. And those letters are around someplace, which we couldn't find yesterday, but we are going to find them, because I saved them for 40 years. And I gave them to Rhonda a couple years ago, and she moved,
somewhere.
So we haven't found them yet. But he used to write me about, you know, what he saw there and how he would go visit opium dens and stuff like that, you know, in Vietnam. And I think that's where a lot of John's problems came from, is the time that he was in Vietnam. But I don't think so. I know so. I thought about it a lot over the years, and yeah, I think that's what happened, you know. Either that or he wasn't breastfed. You know, it wasn't popular back in the 50s, you know. And John also, when he was, over the years, collected a lot of swords. He would send them to me from whatever country he was in, but I don't know what happened to those either. Jamie, maybe you know what happened to all of John's swords. No?